Okay, today I'm going to be showing you my antique water heater. It is out at my grandma's house, and I have it in storage until I get my museum house that I'm working on getting. Anyway, let's go see it. So I got the water heater on Facebook Marketplace. Let's go see it. Okay, I'm outside, and I wanted to pause right in this spot because I'm thinking about tomorrow starting to rebuild the spare engine for this Durant. The engine that is in there currently is original, but I need to have I guess, all the cylinders. I need to have them bored and sleeved. Number 4 and number 3 do not have good compression. And without good compression, you're not going to get the vacuum to pull the gas from the carburetor, and you can't compress the gas in there into a vapor, and the spark has nothing to basically blow up in the cylinder to power the engine. So since it cannot take on gas, compress it, and a spark will not ignite anything, the engine will not run. So I've opened this engine already, and I have found that cylinder wall number 4 is scored badly, and that can be attributed to the pistons. This piston did not come out of here, but it did come out of there at one point. But this is an example. The wrist pin, which is in the center there, has these little retainer clips, these metal clips. On number 4, the retaining clip failed and allowed the wrist pin to slide around in there and score up the cylinder wall. So the remedy to this is to take this engine out and have it bored, which means a machine goes around and bores into it evenly, and then you put a sleeve in there, a metal sleeve, a little tube basically. That would make the cylinder the same size as it was, but it won't be scratched once there's a sleeve in there. Because the sleeve will now be the wall. Doing this, this engine will last forever this way. But boring and sleeving is the way to go. I don't just want to bore it and get a new cylinder, a new piston, because eventually I'll have to bore it again, and then it'll be too big to work. So the way to go for longevity is to bore and sleeve the cylinder walls. So that's what I'm going to do. But I do have a spare engine for this car out at my grandma's house. It is sitting outside though, so the cylinder walls are very rusty, so I will have to take some steel wool to that. But I'm going to use a combination of parts from this and parts from the spare engine, like the timing chain from this one and the pistons from this one that are good. And I'm going to get the other engine to run. Then I will come over here one day and drop it in this car, make this car run, and then I have to do some restoration work to the car body because the roof on the back is collapsing because cats like to sit up here. And there's junk in here, but the roof is collapsing, and also the wood frame is rotting. So this is pulling away. But it can be fixed, and anyway, I'll fix it, but that's life. You gotta fix your car. Anyway, this is the original paint on here from 1928. And I try to keep it covered as best I can. I can't really move it right now, so that's why it sits here. But it's not too terribly bad, and I'll probably find something that I can thin down this paint with and smear it on there basically, and then apply a protective coat of like linseed oil or something. But yeah, that's the story on this. Anyway, I guess let's go to my grandma's now after this major side quest. And hint, wink wink, nudge nudge, I will probably be working on this engine tomorrow. Okay, I'm here at my grandma's. Here is the spare engine. The water heater is back there. Let me show you the spare engine. I'm going to have to put lifters in here. The camshaft should be okay, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I need to put this thing back in there, little, what do you call that? This thing. Anyway, I might have to grind the valves a little bit. This obviously needs some attention in the cylinder walls, but there's no scoring, and that's the main good thing about this. There is no scoring in there. They were smooth, so with some steel wool, they'll be smooth again. This is for a Durant though. See, this one's from 1928 as well. I have to put the little oil pump in here. It consists of 2 gears. But yeah, and the oil pump is driven by the camshaft. Anyway, and then I'll put everything there in there. I have to use some steel wool in here as well. But there's inside here. That's the oil filter right there. Yeah, that's it. And then I'll rebuild that and put it in my car. Okay, let's get to the water heater now. This is kind of a random, spontaneous video. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on that, but for now I'm just going to show you this water heater. Okay, here is the water heater. It is a Ruud water heater, as you can see. It is actually an instantaneous water heater. Let's see if we can read this label and it'll tell you. It says, let me see where it says instantaneous. Hang on. I can't really read that well, but I think it says Ruud cottage water heater. Anyway, let me show you the insides of this thing. Also, to light it, I'll reconnect it and show y'all it working. It does leak a little bit, but I mean, I should be able to demonstrate it with the water hose and some propane. Anyway, here's the directions to start. To start heater, first, gas cock A and pilot valve B must be closed. Second, regulate the flow of water to rated capacity by valve C. Third, open valve B hen light. Then, it says then light. The T has gone away. Then light and adjust pilot light to a small flame. Fourth, turn gas cock A full open. This is gas cock A right there. See, it's even labeled. Anyway, there's that. So you can see this right here. This actually, with the water pressure and everything, will open a gas valve basically and make the burner light. This is an instantaneous water heater, as I said. That was pretty standard back then at this time. We think it's a new thing today. It's not. It was standard back then. But anyway, you can see all this. When the water valve was opened in the house somewhere, it would start flowing, opening this valve, which thus in turn opens the gas to these burners right here and lets the burners start flaming up. And here's all the coils in here. Now I have to repair these coils. I've repaired them in some places and stuff, but I mean, I need to do better. It looks like it was leaking right there and down there. So, but anyway, you can see that's how they originally laid out the coils, because you see where they held them with these little racks and stuff. But this thing comes all the way apart if you undo all these bolts. You can get the coil out of there. And there's where it tightens there, and then it tightens over here, right there. But yeah, that's that. I guess let's go ahead and reconnect this. I think it does leak a little bit. I did bring my torch in case I need to solder. I brought my modern one. I couldn't find my old one. I didn't have time. Okay, let's connect the propane here. Okay, I turned on the propane, and I turned on the main valve just to listen if we had any gas flow, and I don't hear any. So I believe the gas thing right there is clogged, but let's check. Or else it has to have water going through it. That's probably what it is, actually. So let's fix that. Okay, the hose I had used to put onto there had dried up because it's been sitting here a while. So I had to use this torch to heat up that metal piece under there. And then I could put the hose on. Now we'll put the hose clamp for the water, and we'll get the water flowing here. Okay, let's go turn the water on. I expect this thing to leak like a sieve, but let's see. I'll probably repair that at a later time, but let's turn on the water and see if we get gas flow first. If we don't, then I have to unclog the gas line in there. Oh, I can hear it leaking already. Yeah, that thing is leaking. Oh, and I think I have this open. Yeah, it's leaking there. I could tighten that and fix that leak, but you know what? Where is the screwdriver? I don't even know. Let's see if the gas lights now. Let's open this. Okay, I obtained a screwdriver and I tightened this, so this is barely leaking now. You tighten it a bit more. There, that's just a drip now. It appears this is leaking up here. It needs a new gasket or something. I'll have to fix that later on. But surprisingly, it's not leaking too bad in here. It looks like it's not leaking at all in here, which is kind of amazing. Well, there is one drip that I see back there. Anyway, let's go ahead and close this and try to light this. Okay, let's start with the pilot light. This will be tricky because this is a spring-loaded door, so I won't be able to hold my phone with both hands. Okay, let's see if my handy-dandy tripod will come in handy. Okay, let's open the valve. Oh, I'm kneeling in water. Great. Okay, let's see if we can light the pilot light. This might be scary. Let's turn valve B on. That is how we do. Valve A must be closed. Valve B must be closed. To regulate the flow of water to rated capacity by valve C. Where the heck is valve C? I don't even know where valve C is. Where is valve C? Is that valve C? No. Where are you, valve C? Wait, are we even getting water pressure in here? Bruh, what is this doing? Why is there no water pressure? What is happening? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we have water pressure. Great. I think with that flowing, we might be able to light this pilot light. I'm figuring this out. I was like, oh, okay. Open valve B, then light and adjust pilot light to a small flame. Okay. This will be fun. Here we go. These doors are spring loaded. Where is that's the pilot light right there. Okay. Opening valve B. Hello. Wait, where is it? Bruh, no, this is the pilot light. Okay, looks like our gas thing is clogged, so I'm gonna have to fix it. Let me turn this off. Okay, come on. Okay, let me remove the propane. Turn that gas off there. Do this. Okay, this is clogged. Yes, this is clogged severely. That will do that. Okay. Now it's not. Now we'll get some gas flow in here. And this will light. And I'm going to tighten this hose clamp. And then we'll be in business. Okay, I'm tightening this hose clamp. If it's going to tighten. Okay. Here we go. Come on, tighten. Can you tighten here and then move it? Okay, perfect. Now you can get in there. Okay, now we'll tighten it. Okay. It's tightened. Now, we're going to light the pilot light. Ooh. As I kneel in this water. The pilot light is right up here. Y'all can't even see it from there, I don't think. Let me see the camera. Hang on. Yeah, you can. It's right up there. That's it. That mushroom shape thing. So what we're going to do is turn on this torch. Stick it right there next to that. You better stay right there. No, stay right there. Stupid. Okay. You know what? It'll light it if I put it there. Stay. Okay. Now we're going to turn on valve B and the pilot light shall ignite. It's the wrong way. Get on. You better. I've got to turn it the other way. Good. Damn it. Fine. Go. Okay. Pilot light is on. It says to adjust pilot light to a small flame. That is not a small flame. Let's adjust this some more. That's kind of a small flame. I think that'll work. Great. Regulate the flow of water. Valve C. I don't know where valve C is. Is this valve C? What is valve C? Where is valve C? This is probably valve C. No. I don't know where valve C is. That's questionable. Okay. Now we're going to light the main gas burners. It says, turn gas cock A full open. This is scary. Where are my flames? Hello? Well, this is going to be scary. Let's turn that off really quick and clean some of these. Okay, you may light. You know what? Let me help them light, and then we'll cook off whatever crap is in these burners. Really? Bruh. I guess I've got to clean this stuff. Because that's not going to cut it. It must be crap and all. Let's see. Get off of there. We're supposed to just lift off of there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got to take all these off and clean this stuff. And I guess I'm going to do it with the pilot light on. Because I've got to clean, I need a coat hanger for this part. That works. That's where it gets air. Let me get a little paper clip or coat hanger or something. I got to find something. You know what? A cotter pin would work. There was one on the ground over here somewhere. I can't see. Now I can, and I found one. Great. Oh, and this one's long too. Yes. Okay. Clean these. That one's too big. This cotter pin. This is too big as well. I thought I brought 3 cotter pins with it. Dadgummit. Okay, fine. Let's find a remnant of another cotter pin. Here's one. It's still too big. This one should be the right size. Should be. This appears to be the right size. Okay. We'll open this one. Great. Now we can clean these. Oh yeah, these are definitely clogged. Can we at least get the front ones to light? Then maybe we can tap this. Okay, now we'll put this back in here. You know what? Do these light? Well, I'll find out in a minute. Hang on. Put that there. this one here. Okay, and then put this one right. Perfect. Now we'll attempt that again. And we don't need the pilot light. I mean, we can use the pilot light. What is going on here? Why is there no gas? Oh, probably the water. Hang on. Let's try this. Oh my God. Okay, we got it. That did it. And now the burners are on. That's what it meant by valve C. That's kind of an important step. But that's only the front burners, bruh. Oh my God. Okay. Let's turn this off. We gotta clean the other burners. We could clean it by tapping, or we could turn the water on again. You know what? Let me close this so I don't get water in here. Now we can spray water. No, wait, that's still not closed. That water's already hot. But we need to get those other burners burning. So we're gonna have to clean them. I need something to tap them. Really need a let's turn this off before it gets too hot in there. Move these. Okay, so these work. Okay, so we know the front three have gas. Oh, that is hot. Okay, this one is not flowing and it won't come off of there. Get yourself off of there. Get off of there. I need to remove all of these. Come on. Oh, it is so hard to reach in here. Plus the pilot light's on. Okay. That one. This one. This one. This one. Okay, there's 3 more that need to come out of here. Get out of there. Why? Okay, that's not coming out of here. That needs some TLC. It's this one. And here's this one. Okay, the last one is always the hardest. Get out of there! Okay, I've tried twisting it. God, I'm gonna have to heat it up. I think I'm gonna have to heat it up. You know what, while we're at this, we could probably clean these by heating them. Okay, Now let us clean all of those with this opened cotter pan. So that one, I'm gonna reach back in here and drop the cotter pin first, because yeah, it always has to be more difficult. I can't see. Ugh. Okay, this one's definitely blocked. Now it's not. Okay, there's that. This one, that's clean now. That's clean. This one's cleaned now. Get our hand in here. This one's blocked, but not anymore. Wait, it still is. Hang on. Okay, okay, I think that should do that one. This needs to be cleaned. This one's really bad. I don't even know, how is this? This won't go in here. Hang on. Okay. This one is being difficult. This is really dirty. Get in there. There's a lot of dirt in this one. Okay, I think I got it. Get out of there. Okay, I think that might have done it. This one, this booger still won't come out of here. But I'll worry about that later. You know what? Yeah, no, that booger won't come out of there. Okay. I'm gonna clean the heads of these. Okay, now I can put all these back in here. We'll start with the back, I think. There's that. There's that one. Ow, my fingers are stuck. Dadgummit, get. Okay, there's that one. That one. Here's that one. This one here. Now we'll start with the back here. Because I gotta get this to the back. It's going to be difficult. I think I can do it. There's already one there, right? Yes. There's that. 3 more. Okay, put this. Ow, ow, ow. Put this one. Right. Okay, then this one is gonna go here. And then the last one, and then we'll fire it up. They're all lit except for this stupid one right here. Hang on, I'll fix it. This thing needs to be. There's all kinds of crud in here. Let's That's why this won't burn very freely. I need a coat hanger. But also, drawing water should make it go more. That water is already hot. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, it's coming on more. Let's turn off the water. This one burner right back there is not doing very well. Neither is this one. I mean, it's trying. Probably dirt all inside of here. And this is leaking too. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's obviously the cold water. And I can't open this because it won't open. It's not the hottest air coming out of there. I think moving this thing will make it work better because I need to get all the dirt out of the burner. The burner is barely lit. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm going to clean this and we'll see how it works. Okay, so the water heater is lit. It is leaking on this side because there's a bad gasket seal on here. Also, there's a bad seal there. Also, there's a bad seal there. But it's just temporary because I'm testing it once again. You can see the flames in there. These burners need to be cleaned really bad. That's why the flames aren't that tall. So it's not working as efficient as it could right now. There's the coils. This would be the water outlet right here. And when the water pressure is going, it opens this little thing right here. See, because this connects into the water, it opens that, turning on the gas to flow into there. So it's on demand. Right over here is a little drain valve. Let me open that so y'all can see the steam. See the steam coming from this water? There that is. Ooh, that is hot. Ow. Let's see how many leaks we have in here. Okay, there appears to be none. That's very interesting. I think it fixed itself. That's weird. You know, there might be one up there. I don't know. I think my ring light just died. And that's it.